I think that's part of like what it is to understand game is like you understand these things, these dynamics about humans and how we behave, and that we make better decisions for yourself. You
know? How long did you study like body language?
It's been an ongoing thing to this day, but I mean, since I started at 20, and because I was doing sales at the time, I was doing presentations, one-on-ones, sometimes groups, between 3 to 9 presentations a day. So every single day I was meeting with people and I was just seeing something change. And I'm saying, oh my God. Then I got to the point where I can control even their thinking through mirroring their body and opening them up or handing them a pin to open up their body language or turning the chair, doing little things. Because I understand that words don't really matter in conversations. And then it became so routine that I was literally somewhere else in my thoughts and doing presentations and controlling everything. And I know what he's going to say and I know what the response is going to be and then it's signing up and then boom. And like, it just got so routine for me. Wow. And that's actually how I got introduced to, because part of body language is you learn about courtship and how people go about the mating process. And that's when I was learning about, I think VH1's The Pickup Artist, the show was coming out. And that's kind of when I first heard about that community. I was never really involved in it, but I've kind of always seen things about it. Meeting Justin's really like, opened my eyes to a lot of that stuff as well. But I learned about it since I was 20. I'm 34. Wow. About 14 years. And every single day, I think it's part of my thinking.
What's a body language like tip or whatever that you notice that other people don't?
In what situation?
Let's do. Did you notice any body language on the podcast?
Yeah, of course. This guy was extremely. I mean, we all saw it. Everyone saw it.
But that's obvious.
Exactly.
So you have to tell me one that's not as obvious.
Something that's not as obvious. I mean, they would just be micro gestures, is what we would call them.
Okay.
Just, like where they're smaller, but it's just, the thing is this. As crazy as educated as I am in body language, you intrinsically know all these things. So the way you can detect a lie from somebody is when the words that are coming out of their mouth don't match the body language. Your brain interprets there's something off. You may not know the answer, but you know he's lying. We study why we make these gestures with our hands or why we scratch our nose when we lie. And it's just kind of like we know the same information, but we know where it's coming from. And then we also determine baseline behavior in a person. So we understand what the norm is. So when they go off the norm, we are better at detecting things.
Right. Because some body languages that I'll see, like, I just think it's interesting, but I'll always think like, a lot of times they could be doing those body languages just because they're awkward.
Sure. And that's what we determine baseline behavior.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Like the one, they would say like if you're crossing your arms, but I'm like, sometimes like
you're cold. Maybe you're cold.
Yeah.
Maybe you have back problems and that helps with your back.
Yeah. Or you're just, you're just nervous or whatever.
So what we would look for is you've been very open and receptive the entire conversation, even since before. But if I were to make a statement saying, oh, I think, I don't agree with this. And you say, well, that's interesting. And you start talking to me like this. I know you disagree with me. And you're like, that sounds very interesting what you're saying. But I know you don't think that. And I know you're saying that because you're trying to be at even keel. So, I can do many things to open you back up.
Yeah.
So I can keep your brain open again.
Yeah.
To listening to me. But.
Well, it's just the way I think is one of the reasons I have this is to remember to like keep open. But I like naturally just like to, I don't know. It's just like a thing.
Yeah. It's good practice. Even me, I do this purposely to keep myself open.
Yeah.
Even when this guy's saying some asinine things, I just stay open. So my body doesn't shut off.
Yeah.
Purposely, it's hard. You want to close off.
No, that's the thing is like, oh my gosh, sitting like that for an hour, I don't think I could do it.
Yeah. Force myself.
Yeah.
It's good practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like motion creates emotion. And if you change your body language, it actually can change your psychology and your mental state as well. And so, I noticed Luis's body language is always very like still and calm, extremely like grounded. So you can just tell he's in complete control of his like emotional state.
So tell me about the craziest catch a cheater moment.
My cameraman almost got beat up really bad. We were at a concert. Well, not we were at a concert. This girl was putting her boyfriend to a test, and he was there with, I think, one other guy only. But then there was a group of friends that they met up with. So there was probably like 20 dudes. They all caught my cameraman filming, and then they're talking, and the girl Gia that was hitting on him, they're talking, and then I see one of the friends is like looking, and then he whispers in the friend's ear, he's like, yo, they're recording you. you know? And then like he's talking to the girl Gia and he's hearing his friend. He's like, what's he talking about? And then they all looked over and then my cameraman is just like, he's still staring at the lens, you know, at this monitor. And I see his eyes go like this. Like they're all walking towards him. He doesn't know what to do. And there's like a mob coming towards them. And these are like big guys. They're not like small, frail dudes. They were big dudes. I've done martial arts my whole life. It's like, we're gonna get fucked up, man. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, this is it. You know, but nothing ended up happening. But that was like, in that moment, I'm like, they're going to break our shit. They're going to figure it out. But they still didn't figure out what was happening.
They didn't? What happened? What'd they say to you?
Are you filming me, dog? There's like some guys from Long Beach. And then we're like, oh, yeah, no, we're filming some prank video, bro. We're not even filming you guys. There's people behind you and, you know, things like that. Oh, let me see the footage. And it's like, no, dude, we're still filming. We're still doing like, and then eventually the other guys calmed them down. But like, we were circled.
Oh,
and I was just thinking, oh shit, man.
Got the vatos from Long Beach.
But you have that calm vibe. So that's
and I think body language helps in those scenarios.
Yeah.
Just remaining, because have you ever been in a car with somebody and they're while you're driving, you're like, oh God, and it gives you anxiety.
Yeah.
So you're going to exude that energy to someone. So if someone comes up being real hard-faced and you just remain calm, it almost like you can control the energy of the other person. So, you know, whatever energy you want them to have, you can project and it'll kind of mirror. The same thing with training animals and stuff like that.
Why don't you think more people adapt that type of mentality of knowing, like, if I control my emotions, then I know that it will essentially control the environment?
Why don't more people do it? That's a great question. I think they should. I think if this was a course, I think everyone should do sales coming out of school, at least for a year.
I agree.
I think even if you don't decide to pursue it the rest of your life, just 1 year of doing sales will dramatically change your life for the long run. In so many ways, you're going to learn to control your emotions, learn to deal with people like this and control the conversations and just learn so much about yourself and how to handle your own emotions. Because I've sat with people that literally would say, you know, they're staring at me and they go, I think you're a piece of shit. And I say, yeah, I understand. So on this next point, I'm going to talk about, and like I just keep going, like it means nothing to me. They're little sound bites that they give off because they're dealing with issues, and it means absolutely fuck all to me, you know. And I just always remain calm and assertive and do my thing, and I can, for the most part, always get the outcome I want.
Interesting.
Do you hate sales?
I don't like sales. I feel like I've been in the realm, not like specifically sales, but there's just something about it that makes me just like eerie that I wouldn't go into it, but I've had like little snippets of it throughout my life with jobs that I've done.
Yeah.
I hated it. I did it for 2 years.
Yeah, I hated it too. Everyone hates it when they start. It's hard. You're dealing with so much in here.
I never got good. I just quit.
I wanted to quit.
I quit and started. I'd quit. I moved home and said, Dad, I'm going to be a TikToker. I did YouTube, but like, he was ecstatic.
He was like, great job, Pearl. That's exactly what I want you to do.
I didn't even tell him I was moving home. I lived like 2 hours away in a different city. And I had one video go viral on TikTok. It got like 4 million views and it had nothing to do with Red Pill. It was just a random story I told. And yeah, I literally just quit my job, moved my stuff and like showed up at my parents' house. I was like, yeah, I'm moving home.
Can I ask you what you think the solution is to a lot of the problems you were mentioning earlier?
Which one?
Like, what do you think the solution is if you ran society, if you were the president, if you had control of the media?
I think a lot of problems started with the development of birth control. I don't know what I would do now in 2022 because I don't see birth control going away, but I think a lot of problems would go away if it was gone.
We should just make women have their body counts on their forehead. That's a joke.
Kind of like Black Mirror.
No, Andrew Tate made a clip about that, went viral, about the women on their forehead. What do you think of that clip, by the way? Because we commented on this. We talked about this for like 30 minutes.
Oh, I think it's true. I agree.
Now, for any girl listening, before you get too jumpy, the interesting thing is that the comment was, I think if every woman had their body count attached to their forehead, a lot of the world's problems would be solved, right? Because then we would know the truth. And I would even say in the reverse, I think if every guy had his net worth, his dick size, if he's ever cheated on past relationships, tattooed on his forehead, and women were able to see that, that would also make the world a better place. Because now the truth is out there, as opposed to everyone having to lie and hide and to one up on a relationship or whatnot. And I agree, because we're talking about this. It's like, look, imagine you see a beautiful girl walking down the street and she has like a 1 on her forehead, and you're thinking, oh my God, like she by definition is valuable because there's less girls like her, right? So
it's scarcity, right? Human beings value
what a scarcity. Yeah.
Over everything. That's why gold is valuable. That's why Bitcoin is valuable, right? That's why having a nice car, like, I don't know, Lamborghini makes you a high value man.
Because there's less of them. Yeah.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. My name is Justin Marc, international dating coach, relationship expert, and VIP lifestyle development coach. I've been teaching dating, soul skills, and Daygame for 10 years in 50 plus countries, 6 continents, to thousands of guys in person just like you. And I love teaching guys this stuff. So if you like this video, please make sure to do me a favor and leave a thumbs up on this video. I really do appreciate that. Now, if you want to follow me more closely, you can go ahead and follow me on my new Instagram, DrunkJustin2, and watch my daily Instagram stories where I'm always partying with hot girls, doing exclusive events, crazy shit on my daily Instagram stories. Make sure to follow me there. You can see me traveling around the world in real time, doing amazing things, and teaching guys like you in person every day on my Instagram. And you can message me on my Instagram as well. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram and message me there. And if you want to actually call me, you can call me at justinmarc.com. We'll do free consultation calls. You can actually call me and we'll do a free discovery call where we can get you on the right action plan to change your dating life and your social life at justinmarc.com. And if you guys want to dig deeper and watch more of our more exclusive content, go to wingmanpodcast.com and watch our Wingman Podcast on Spotify, Apple, and all platforms. And we'll see you guys very soon in a new video. My name is Justin Marc, and I'll talk to you very soon. Peace out.